Your teachers have given you some specific directions on how to annotate the articles you're going to look at. What we're going to show you today is how to take one of those articles from the databases and actually move them into Notability in order to annotate and submit that annotation to Canvas. Begin by looking at the website that we've provided for you from the school library. When you click on an article, you're going to have to put in your student ID number and password to log in. Once you log in, you'll be redirected to the page that has the article. I just clicked on HTML full text to get rid of stuff at the top of the page. This is in something called Mass Ultra. And in Mass Ultra and the other database, you're going to do the same thing in order to print. What you're going to need to do is click the share arrow at the top of the page and then choose print. You're not actually printing this. You're just trying to get a print preview like this. Right now, you can see the print preview and it shows the article is loaded correctly. I'm going to then take my fingers and pinch out in order to load this document into a different user view. When this comes up, I am going to take the document and move it straight into Notability. This is a universal system that can work in various databases and websites. So after I clicked on that share arrow, I then click on Notability at this point. I'm going to create a new note and import that into my Notability files. If I see one file was sent, it means it's done. The other database you were given is called ProQuest. ProQuest will look a little different for the interface, but you are still going to go through the same process. What you're going to need to do is go to the top of the web view and click on the share arrow. Once you click on that, you'll have to go down to print. Clicking on print will take you to that print preview button again. And from the print preview, you're going to pinch out your fingers in order to take the document and expand it to be the size of the page. Once you're in this view, you're going to the share arrow again and then moving it straight into Notability. Again, this is a workflow that will work for various databases. So we want to click on Notability, create a new note, and then import this into Notability. Make sure you see the confirmation that one file was sent to Notability. You can then open Notability for either one of these PDFs and find it under the unfiled or recent notes. When you click on the document, you can look at it and begin annotating. But what I like to do first is actually take that document and move it into a folder that I've already created, like English. Once I do that, I can click on English and it's there and organized. From there, I can begin to change the title to make sure it's more accurate. In this case, I might just delete some of it if it's too long. Or if I don't like how descriptive it is, I might just delete the whole thing and rename it. Going back to the assignment you've been given, you are going to annotate in yellow and blue for some different ideas. So to begin with, I'm going to go back into the document, click on the highlighter view at the top of the page, which I have up. I've clicked on yellow, and I'm going to put some yellow and draw on the page. I then am going to click on the text box, which is a T, in order to type in information. So right now I am putting what I need to put for yellow. I'm going back to the directions I was given and copying what is in blue, which is a direct quote. And I'm making that key. So I'm choosing blue at the top of the page to highlight using my finger. And then going to the text box, I'm going to add that text box with the T and paste in the direction. I can, of course, also use the pencil view at the top of the page and write that, or use a stylus to write it. But I like typing because my writing on an iPad is not very legible. So I'm going to continue reading the article and highlighting for things in yellow and blue, depending on what I'm looking for. So in this case, I have a quote I'm interested in. I'm going to highlight it in blue. And then on the side of the page, I'm going to write down some ideas. I can either use the pencil view and write down using handwriting, or I can use the T text idea and begin typing. Sometimes what's a little annoying is you can't actually see what you're typing until you start typing, but it'll come up after you click the T and after you use your keyboard. Again, go back to what your teacher has asked you to annotate for and make sure you have some yellow and blue parts annotated. When you're done with this and ready to turn it in, you're going to go into the document and make sure to click on the share arrow and then share the note. Once you share the note, you're going to need to look for the Canvas student view. It'll just say student and have the Canvas icon. After that, you're going to have to click on course to submit it to the correct course. Once you pick that, you're going to choose an assignment and click submit. This will have it turned into your teacher after you have finished completing reading it and annotating it, following their directions.